Now let's get into our next game of the week matchup, one that takes us to northern Carroll County as Manchester Valley hosts North Hagerstown. Longtime county coach Mike Coons is set to join me in the booth with pregame coverage beginning at 6:20 and kickoff set for 6:30. Let's talk about the Mavericks. They opened the 2024 season at Perry Hall and they lost 34-6. Quarterback Matt Ferran had a rushing touchdown for Man Valley, which only mustered 87 yards of offense in the loss. Ethan Atkinson led the Mavs defense with 8 tackles. Time to take a look at the team stats ahead of this matchup. You see North Hagerstown fell short against Tuscarora in their opener last week. When these teams met in Hagerstown last year, Manchester Valley came home with a 24-21 victory. Players to watch now, we've got 2 seniors from Man Valley in Crew Boog and Braden Fritz. Boog picked up 2 tackles for loss and a forced fumble last week. Fritz also had 7 tackles and he also averaged more than 42 yards per punt. Time for the Coach's Corner now. We catch up with Manchester Valley coach Bernie Coons as he tries to lead the Mavericks past the Hubs for the 4th time in as many seasons. Let's go ahead and hear from the coach. Coach, some of the takeaways from week 1, I know it was a loss in the books, but were there some positives you saw that you could build on going into week 2?
Yeah, there's definitely some things that we came out of it. It was a close game to halftime into the 3rd quarter. Played 3 really good quarters against a really good team. Perry Hall's very talented, probably make a deep run in the playoffs. They did last year, had some returning kids, had some kids that we had to step up and guard and take care of. And we held them in check for the most part, but we just couldn't make some plays offensively. So running game got going a little bit, but not quite as much as we would have liked it. So hopefully getting the run game going, picking up a little bit more where it was, and then the defense staying strong where it was. And special teams did a pretty good job and was pretty sound as well.
You guys beat North Hagerstown last year in their place. Now they come into your place for the home opener. What has to go well this week for you guys? You mentioned some of these things already, but what has to go well for Man Valley to get a win in front of the home fans on Friday?
Well, I think we got to take care of the little things. And hard, executing and not shooting ourselves in the foot have got to go well. We can't turn the ball over. We can't have a turnover at the wrong time or a miscue of an offsides or a false start, things of that nature. So, they're big, they've got a couple good running backs, they got a good receiver. So, defensively we're gonna have our hands full, but nothing that we can't handle, I don't think. But again, good kids that we'll have to keep in check. And then we gotta maintain things offensively. Kids gotta make sure they're communicating with the blocking schemes and things like that. We got a good mix of young and old, but again, right now is gonna be key that we need to make sure that we blend that to try to get on back on the winning ways.
Thanks to Coach Coons for spending a few moments with us. And a reminder, we will see his Manchester Valley Mavericks in action this Friday, September 13th, as the Mavs take on North Hagerstown. Pre-game coverage set for 6:20, and kickoff is at 6:30. A quick look now at some of the other football games on the Week 2 schedule. Wintersville goes after its first win when the Falcons head to Seaford, Delaware. South Carroll hosting Mighty Linganore at Parker Field, and Westminster visits Frederick. Those are some of the Week 2 matchups. We'll also have coverage from Eldersburg on Friday night when Liberty hosts Boonesboro. Kickoff at the Lions Den is 6:30, and that should be a good one as Liberty goes after win number 1. Want more local sports coverage? Be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel.